Hello everybody, my name is CranJam, and welcome back to... Wait a minute, this isn't Fire Emblem? Metroid? Huh. Well, I decided today that it would be interesting to play something else besides Fire Emblem while I was, playing Fire Emblem. This is just going to be a normal playthrough of Metroid Fusion, my personal favorite Metroid game in the series. And I also apologize in advance. You're going to be hearing my controller a lot. There's not really much I can do about that. At least I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. So I apologize. I'll also be going over the story in this game. Because with Fire Emblem I can skip over it, but skipping over the story of Metroid Prime Fusion is does the game a disservice. So this was just for testing. Alright, let's do this. I've been assigned to watch over Biologic's research team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. By the way, I'm only being quiet here because I just really like this intro. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into the asteroid belt. So good. I fucking love this game. Especially this intro. It's just beautiful. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologic's vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with the system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. I just love how it's like, vaccine, Metroid. It seemed that the Federation had managed to preserve the cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. As for me, one life reborn is something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. Oops. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart. but now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. And in we go into space hell. I'm going to try to give different voices to Samus and the computer, but don't depend on that. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388 as well as parts of your suit infected by the X parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Clear. Get used to this, by the way. Now, go to the quarantine bay. So now we begin. This is the first Metroid game I've ever played, and it's my favorite. While this game is a lot more linear than the other Metroids, what this game excels in is the superb atmosphere. Seriously, this game can be fucking horrifying at sometimes. Of course, you probably won't see too much of it in this first part because it's mainly just like walking around. Oh yeah, and get used to like coming into a room, seeing these doors. I have to go to the navigation room here. I'll try to explain things for people who haven't played for this game, but sometimes I will mention stuff that assumes that you have played it, so just get used to that. I won't be spoiling stuff though, so don't worry. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Very, very informed message there. Other CO who will not be named for now. You thought I was gonna say the dude's name. I just revealed it was a dude. Don't worry about that. Uh-oh. Aiming down is a bit weird in this game. So yeah, the reason I have a controller set up is because this game is just a lot easier to control on a keyboard, on a controller than a keyboard. The downside to this is, of course, you were able to hear all the buttons. As said, I'm really sorry about that. I don't think there's anything I can really do to fix that. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well. But it also has changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many specimens, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but You are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now, get going. I've released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Thank you. Okay. So I've been playing this game alongside Metroid Zero Mission. Like, and let me tell you something. One of the greatest things that this game does from the get-go is the ledge grab. Like, for some reason, Zero Mission decides to like it gives you it in the beginning of the game. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. This, yeah, you can't do that from the get-go in Zero Mission, and it just, you'd think it does nothing but like but like in Zero Mission, like this happens a lot, like before you get it, and it's just so annoying. Anyway, so for those of you who have never played Fusion, this game in the series, it takes place chronologically the last in the timeline. This game is right after that game that's really bad that people don't like talking about, including me, Other M. In fact, a lot of stuff, you'll see that this game, Another M, has a lot of relations in terms of characters. Anyway, I've received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20. I don't know, these purple zombies are quite weird. I don't know what they're, like, supposed to be. Meaning, I don't know, like, what they were before X took them over. Now we go up this elevator. I'll get used to this, too. That computer reminds me of a Gruff Federation CO I served under, named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else it would sound sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Samus has a lot of these like inner moments where she's almost talking to the viewer. I quite like them, because Samus usually is pretty quiet, and it's nice to like get some more characterization of her. One of the few times where you don't have to go to the navigation room, but rest assured, once we get the missiles here, we'll have to listen to Computer Adam talk to us again. Called it. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find some other way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge bile signs, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now, find a way to the target. Yes, sir. Music is very tense all of a sudden. With relation to the controller, I might see if I can find something that isn't so, like, loud. Because I think it might just be the controller itself. So I don't know. But oh, that's right. That's right. Whoa, right, I forgot about that. One of the triggers is also the speed up button. But I fixed that. I've done all the button mapping before this. Cause say what you will about my controller, at least I'm professional. in other ways. I gotta say, this game's soundtrack is something else. I know I kind of said it earlier, but like, I love it. I don't know if I'll do 100%. Like, I don't know if I'll get all the items. I might. And of course we can save again. Might as well. Even though we've barely done anything, it's generally just like, it doesn't hurt to save, you know? Who knows, maybe the emulator crashes or something. I'm good in Metroid, I promise. Oh. Stupid zombie things. Fun fact, those are the only red X parasites that show up with those like doors. They regenerate all your health and ammo. And also those doors, they're whenever they attack you is also random. So that's cool. Another cool thing about this game is, of course, because the X-Parasite can mimic host, it'll mimic, like, enemies that Samus has faced before. Like, this dude, Samus faced in Metroid 2. Ow. And after every boss, it'll like morph into an X-Parasite that you gotta like destroy the outer shell of. Come on. There we go. Alright. Morph Ball. Very exciting ability. At least it gets us places. Now that we're done dealing with that thing, back to exploring. So we're trying to... I think I'll get down to Sector 1, and then I'll cut the part here. Because I'm enjoying this. Oh yeah. Yeah, so in case you've never played Metroid, the games generally work in a somewhat similar fashion to how I'll describe. Basically, you come to an area where you can't get there, you get some sort of item that allows you to progress further, and then you go and like to the area you were before, and oh, you can progress. Rinse and repeat till the end of the game. I think up here it's just like, yeah, areas we can't access. Alright, off to our next bit of exposition. Samus, as I feared, the breeding environments have been invaded by X-Parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosectors. Sector 1 is a simulation of this SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut it here, this part here, but like I'll record some more Okay, so this is part 1 for now, because there's some stuff that's coming up, like, I don't want you to miss any of the dialogue. So, on this note, I'm going to cut part 1 here. I will see you guys next time.